What's up? We got The Flash, Season 1, Episode 13, The Nuclear Man. So this episode starts off with Barry going on a date with Linda Park. Yeah, they're officially a couple. Or you think they're officially a couple? Yeah. Yeah, so... I gotta straighten out my hair. My hair's straightened, but I like my hair. My hair is awesome. Need a cut. But but that's when we meet Stein in Ronnie's body. and first we see Stein in Ronnie's body, and he's, attacking a scientist he's not attacking him. It's his former college, it's his former classmate. And he's like, he needs him to help him, but then we hear him scream, and he's not dead. He's still alive. He just never shows up again. He's not dead. He just never shows up again. So, so Barry and Joe Joe and Cisco. Yeah, we got Joe and Cisco pairing, and they decided to investigate what happened the night Barry's mom was killed. They decided to investigate what happened the night Barry's mom was killed. So they decided to go into Barry's old house, where it's now owned by a divorcee named Sherry, like the drink, and she gives Joe the "I want you" eyes. Yeah. So that's this entire episode. Anytime she shows up, I'm like, yeah, well, Joe, you better not get with this woman. He never does. But it kind of looks like she wants to sleep with this cop. Which kind of makes her a little creepy. She kind of looks... We never learn this woman's age. But... apparently, we never learn this woman's age. But, yeah. So yeah. But anyway, back to the episode. Actually, we're still in the episode, but yeah. So they investigate that there was 2 speedsters around Barry's mom, and Joe's like, yeah, I want you to investigate, see if the blood matches Dr. Harrison Will. And Cisco's like, nah, I'm not doing that. That dude's innocent. He doesn't even know Barry. How can he kill his mom? Well, Cisco, you're probably going to be surprised when you learn that he's the reverse Flash. And he did kill Barry's mom. You're probably going to be surprised. So right now, Cisco doesn't want to believe this. And, sorry, I'm always having to move my... Joe has to explain to Cisco that, yo, bro, every time he's with someone... The people close to him is always closest to the person that did it. It's like they didn't know that. They always say that that's not the person they know. So later Cisco analyzes the blood, and I don't know why I went out. He analyzes the blood, and he's like, did you find it, Doctor? Well, and Cisco's like, I already told you, he had nothing to do with this. I found it. It's Barry's. And he's like, hey, Barry wasn't even down. Barry didn't even get downstairs yet. And he's like, no, not Barry as a child. Barry as an adult. Boom, boom, Barry as an adult. I love doing that. So anyway, yeah. So back with the firestorm stuff. Barry's totally hanging out with Linda Park. So Barry has a date with Linda, so he cannot go there that night. He's always on a date with this woman. Like, does Barry and Linda's dates have to happen every scene? I'm guessing. because there's no time Barry's like, hey, he doesn't have a date with Linda. The time he's always like, oh, he's got Caitlin's like, Barry has a date. Like, does Barry not have any free time? He's got a girlfriend. I don't know. But yeah. So anyway, so they're like, well, they fight Firestorm. So they fight Firestorm, and Barry's like, can you please not? So Barry has to leave after making out with Linda, and so Linda's now thinking, is Barry really serious about this relationship if you keep leaving every time they get too serious? So she does the only thing she does. Talks to Barry's former crush, Iris. And Iris says about how Barry's just wait. So after talking with Iris, Linda thinks to call it quits because she thinks that how can she be with someone when he has feelings for someone when he's still hung up on Iris. And Barry's like, hey, who told you he was hung up on Iris? So he confronts Iris, and Iris is like, Barry's like, you went out of your way to just make her think I was unavailable. Yeah. Wait till season 2, Barry, because Iris does this again. But next time, it's not Iris's fault. It's Barry's next relationship's fault. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that season 2. We'll get to that scene when we get to it in season 2 of The Flash. But for now, Barry tries to prove that he's manly enough to date Linda by eating the hottest chili pepper. And Linda's just like, fine. She'll go out with him after he almost yaks on the floor. Or throws up on the floor, or I don't know. So Barry reveals, they reveal who Martin Stein is, and Barry reveals that he's the guy that he met on the train the day that the accelerator exploded. And we get a flashback of him talking with Martin Stein. And Barry mentions about how he had his stop had met, so he's like, hey, he's going with someone who's not his girlfriend yet. Unfortunately for Barry, during this season, Iris is unavailable, but prior, that version of Barry didn't know she was available, so that's why he said she would be his girl. That's why he wasn't his girlfriend yet. But just a friend, and that's when Barry leaves. So they confront Martin Stein and so they talk to his wife, Clarissa Stein, and Wells sees that Martin won 3 awards that Wells never won at all. And Barry's like, it's an thing to see for someone to get Dr. Wells jealous. And he's like, hey, Martin could get people jealous. So yeah. So then what happens is that Barry, sees Barry, so Carissa, I'm gonna call her Carissa because I can't get her name right. Carissa mentions, I know I'm getting her name wrong, it's gonna be called Clarissa. Yeah, Clarissa, that's her name. Clarissa mentions about how, not Carissa, Clarissa mentions about how the day Stein went missing, a random guy entered her house, not knowing it was Stein. So yeah. So he's able to get her back they shave it. Stein is still in Ronnie's body, but they shave his hair to make it look like what it used to be, which is great. They give him a shower and a shave, and he's back to normal Ronnie hair, but he's not Ronnie. He's Stein, but yeah. So Martin tries to call her Kate, but since she only like Ronnie called her that, she's like, don't call her that. And he's like, okay, Miss Dr. Snow. I almost said Miss Snow, but that would have been weird. Dr. Snow. So yeah. So they try to talk to him. Cisco sees Ronnie, but he's like, Ronnie. Oh, not Ronnie. Yeah, that's kind of funny, because, yeah. So yeah, so he, fight. So yeah, so there's like this big. So yeah, so there's like this thing where you know. So yeah, so Stein and Ronnie leave after like a big talk with all the other characters and overhearing about how they want to kill Ronnie and about how they want to kill Ronnie because if they don't, he'll go nuclear. So they put this splicer on him, but they fire up. They're like no, and they flash out to end the episode. So that was episode 13, The Nuclear Man. I really enjoyed this episode. It was good. It was okay. I'm sorry for saying okay twice, but it was good. It was good. It was a good episode. I liked seeing the return of Ronnie. Stein and Ronnie's body. Next episode, we might actually get to see the actual Ronnie, but for now we have Stein and Ronnie's body. But next time we'll see more. We'll see the second half of the new Firestorm 2-parter when we return for the Flash. Zoom.